Hi everybody, I'm Dr. Lisa Morse. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today I'm talking about another step that you can take to build up your armor. It's the most inexpensive nutrient and it's widely available. It's all around us. It doesn't require a prescription from your doctor, but sometimes a prescription from your doctor will encourage you to implement it in your life. What is it? It's water. Now, water may seem like a really simple thing, but it's so very important for good health. It's involved in numerous chemical reactions in our body, and one of the main ones is our cells' ability to produce energy. Now, sometimes people are drinking water, but they're not staying hydrated. Those are two different things, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit later. But what I want to say is that your doctor may be overlooking some of your symptoms and not realizing that they are due to dehydration. And that's because it's just such a simple thing that we don't normally think of it. Did you know that we are 70% by weight water? And our brains are 80% by weight water. That's a lot of water. You may have heard that by the time you're dehydrated, or by the time you're thirsty, you are dehydrated. We don't want to wait until you are thirsty to realize that you're dehydrated. Now, what are some symptoms of dehydration, even though we're not waiting until then? Fatigue is a big one. So sometimes people will reach for a sugary snack or a carby snack when they're tired, when in fact they're just dehydrated. So I encourage you to, if you're feeling tired, draggy, drink some water. See how that does for you. Other symptoms can be headaches, also dry mouth and dry eyes, and the color of your urine. If your urine is yellow, that's not a good sign. Now, I use this chart. I will show you. It says, am I hydrated? And above the red line is where the color of your urine that you want it to be. Below the red line is dehydration. You're not drinking enough water. So as you urinate through the day, check out the color of your urine. If it's in that darker area, you need some more water. Now, how much water should you be drinking? In general, a general recommendation is half your weight in ounces. So if you're 150 pounds, 75 ounces. If you are sweating by workout, or if you are drinking coffee, you need more, because drinking coffee causes you to pee out more water, and sweating, you're losing water. Okay, I want to talk a little bit about the difference between hydration and drinking water. If you Google the word hydration, it means to cause something to absorb water. The key here is that we want to have water inside your cells. That is where ATP, or energy, is made, and the water is used to release the energy so your cells can do their work. So sometimes people might be drinking a lot of water and they're not absorbing it. It's not getting into the cells, and so they're peeing a lot, maybe like more than 8 times. I think the average amount of urination a day is around 7 to 8 times. But they're not absorbing that water, and that's a problem because it needs to be in the cells where it can help reactions to take place. The reason for this can be low minerals, in particular potassium. So certain minerals or ions are more abundant in between our cells, and some are more abundant inside the cells. So potassium and magnesium are more abundant inside our cells. And so when we have adequate levels of those minerals, the water will flow into the cell. It's basic biology. Like, water flows from a place of lower solute concentration to higher solute concentration. So when we have adequate potassium and magnesium, the water can flow into the cells. Now, when I'm talking about people not absorbing their water, I like to use this analogy of, what about the soil out in your garden that's like in the middle of August, maybe here on Vashon or in Pacific Northwest? It gets dry and hard like a rock, and you try to water it and the water just doesn't really absorb. It just kind of like falls off. That's kind of how it is when you don't have those minerals in your body. You drink the water and it just kind of exits out your body. It doesn't get absorbed. The other reason that you may not be absorbing your water is due to a particular hormone called ADH. It comes from the brain and it goes to the kidneys, and it says, absorb water, kidneys, so that the water's not getting into the bladder and we're not peeing it out. So it's keeping the water in your body. And when you drink alcohol, beer, wine, hard liquor, your ADH is suppressed. The alcohol suppresses ADH output from the brain. And that's why when you drink alcohol, you're peeing a lot, because the ADH isn't working, and so your body's not reabsorbing the water and you're peeing it out. So sometimes people have illnesses, particularly toxins, mycotoxins, toxins from chronic infections, that actually suppress the ADH output from the brain. So it's important to address those things so that the body can make ADH and you can keep your water when you drink it. Okay, so what can you do? First, figure out how much water you should be drinking based on your weight, and then also your coffee intake. For every cup of coffee, you need another 8 ounces of water. And then exercise. I usually say if you're sweating for an hour, you need at least another couple cups of water. So figure out how much water you need. Then keep an eye on your urine, according to this chart. And then if you're not absorbing your water, if you don't feel like you're absorbing your water, please get in touch with me so I can help you figure out why, and we can fix that, because your body needs water to do all of its jobs properly. Okay, so get a water bottle if you don't have one. Hopefully you do. And glass or stainless steel, no plastic. Plastic's not good for us. And take it with you wherever you go. And drink your water. Remember, you are not powerless. You can take steps to stay healthy and strong. Drink your water and make sure that you're absorbing it. Okay, everybody. Thanks for listening. Take care, and I am wishing you wellness always.